Hi, happy Monday.
This video's gonna get demonetized, won't it?
Today I had a friend send me a Reddit post, and I'm gonna read it. I haven't really read it yet. But let's take a crack at it, okay? Let's see if it's interesting. It's from a subreddit called r/2x chromosomes. And the title is called, How Do I Approach Telling My Husband to Stop Jaying Off into My Blanket? I'm gonna see how long I can censor this for to see if we can get it monetized. Okay, before we start, it takes 2 seconds to subscribe. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna start it now. I, 26 female, have been married to my husband, 28 male, for around 3 years now. I've always known and have been fine with him and I'm aware that he uses blankets to catch his load. Who's using blankets to catch their load? This is, you're in your own house, you're a 28-year-old man. Have some respect for yourself. I mean, what's next, a goddamn pillowcase? Get a tissue, man. Get a goddamn, you can afford a tissue. Stop jaying off into bees. He has a gaming room that he has a specific blanket he uses, but also would use another smaller blanket or his own for our bedroom before work or on weekends. Why are you What is with the blanket usage? That doesn't seem necessary. Just why we need a whole ass blanket to clean up your splooge, man? He has a fleece blanket. Why are there more blankets? He has a gaming room that has a specific blanket he uses, but he would also use another smaller blanket or his own for our bedroom before work or on weekends. We use separate blankets as we have different preferences and it works really well. He has a fleece blanket that he uses and I have a down comforter. So, married couple, they use 2 different blankets when they sleep. A little bizarre, but that's fine. I get it. Preferences. Sometimes you just gotta do what's best for you. A few months back, I noticed crunchy spots as I would readjust my blanket at night and decided I would bring it up while he was in a good mood. You don't want to bring up your husband's crunchy spots when he's in a bad mood. Things will go south if you tell your husband about his crunchy spots when he's in a bad mood. I think we can all say that for sure. I casually said I knew he was using my blanket and asked him to stop. Seems pretty normal, right? He did it for a few weeks, but started back up over time. Currently, I take my blanket out of the room with me as I tried moving it to my side of the bed on the floor, but he would go get up to complete his mission. I wake up with our little one a couple hours before he does every weekend. A whole other issue. So he uses that time with my blanket if he gets the opportunity. Why? If someone started jaying off in your blanket and you were married to them and you guys are 3 years married, I feel like maybe that's time to just go, dude, hey, after the first time, you could be like, dude, stop jaying in my bee, okay? Stop jaying in my bee. You just gotta grab him and say that. The problem is I'm very non-confrontational, and even bringing it up the first time took some building up to. Listen, I'm not gonna make any comment about her comfort and, you know, the context of why she might be uncomfortable bringing up her husband jaying on her B in their H. Sorry for the people at home that's jaying off on their blanket in their house. I just think if you're in a 3-year relationship, you should feel comfortable saying, hey dude, stop jaying off in my B and our H next to our C. Our child. I cry at the first start of any high emotion, both sad and happy. Even with coping mechanisms I've learned along the way, I feel weak because of it. And that can be a normal thing for people. I'm not gonna dunk on someone for not being able to be confrontational with their partner. I'm just saying you shouldn't get married until you do feel comfortable doing stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. This is about jaying off into the B. She didn't know he was going to jay off into the B and the H next to the C until they got M'd for 3 Ys. If he has already not listened with me asking nicely, how would you recommend asking again? How can I even reprimand that if he doesn't listen? Anyone have any recommendations for building confidence in uncomfortable conversations? From one person to another who doesn't like confrontation, I understand. There's nothing fun about having to talk to someone about jaying on your B, and it probably isn't super easy. But even with people that I have dated in the past, if someone was doing any sort of related thing to jaying on my B, I would immediately say, hey dude, that's not cool to do without talking to me about it. You can't just use someone's B to J. Okay? I don't know. I think I see a lot of these stories and I wonder why certain people are together when they can't communicate with each other, because I feel like I can get to that point with someone fast, but then it seems like there's marriages that I see on Reddit where it's like there's no communication or honesty, and that's definitely something that a normal relationship should have. You shouldn't be worried about telling your husband to stop jaying on your B. And you have a C together, a child. You have a child together. So my advice would be to tell him immediately and tell him, hey dude, you have to stop. I know you're jaying on my B. Please stop. Let's see what the comment said. First comment, you are severely underreacting. Dude, he's literally splooging on the B. There is crunchy spots. You understand that. Who the F uses a blanket? I feel like you're putting up with a whole lot of crap in this marriage that you shouldn't be. He's probably taking advantage of your non-confrontational personality. Yeah, the part where she said she has to approach him in a good mood is definitely worrisome. You know, I don't think your husband should be scary to confront about his jaying problem when he's in a bad mood. WTF, that's absolutely disgusting. I know it's hard to be confrontational, but you gotta put your foot down. Him having crusty muck blankets around is already revolting, but now he's doing it on your stuff like an effing untrained dog marking his territory. So he's getting off on the fact that it's your property he's jaying on, and you've set boundaries and he's pushing them because that's more exciting than his regular old blanket. How much more is this going to escalate? Will he be jaying on you in your sleep next? Yeah, he will be jaying on your sleep in your room next, okay? That's the next step. So if you are in a situation where someone's jaying on your B, you gotta tell them. You gotta have a conversation about it, especially if you got a child. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? If you want to send me other Reddit posts or just like Tumblr, internet, anything that you want me to check out, I want to try to do more videos where I can just talk more, have a little more fun. I don't need to rely on like going back and forth with a video. I like just to talk, okay? I like to ramble. So if you liked this, let me know. I want to keep trying it so I can start posting more often and do more little nuggets of content. Remember again to check out all my socials, subscribe, the podcast, everything is down below. Thank you all for hanging out. Click one of these 2 videos on the screen to check out another one of mine. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.